XRP and the rest of the cryptocurrency market is absolutely surging today as we're seeing inflows coming in from ETFs, we're seeing inflows coming in from treasuries. And funny enough, guys, a lot of you were doubting that XRP treasuries were going to be a thing, but right now we are at the forefront and getting ready to front run a lot of new liquidity that is about to enter into Ripple Labs XRP, going into the crypto market. And the best part is, guys, right now altcoin season has officially begun. Ethereum breaking over $4,000 at $4,050. Absolutely massive with $36 billion of trade volume. But more importantly, guys, XRP. After yesterday's breaking news that I reported on regarding the dismissal of the SEC case, now XRP has clear runway to break a new all-time highs. A few of you might not even notice, but guys, one of my biggest determinants for success of any project is the 24-hour trade volume. Up 174%, $13.14 billion, yes, B as in boy, billion dollars of trade volume over the last day for XRP. This is actually absolutely massive, as again, we're expecting new inflows. Mind you guys, this volume is based off of 0 ETFs that are currently approved for spot trading, which we're expecting over the next couple months. So each and every one of you watching right now, this is the time still to get into XRP at $195 billion valuation. I think we can see a clear 10x before end of year if things continue and the momentum continues in the overall crypto market. If you want to establish new positions into XRP, consider doing so with iTrust Capital. A $100 funding bonus. They've been around for many, many years, over $14 billion of trade volume. Hundreds of thousands of people are utilizing their two products, their IRA traditional Roth and SEP with your cryptocurrency, or the premium custody account, which gives you institutional custody like Coinbase Prime and what Fidelity uses, as well as Blackrock, mind you. So if you want that kind of level of security, consider looking into iTrust Capital. I have my link down below, and the promo code is, of course, your POP8. I repeat, promo code your POP8 to get your $100 free funding bonus. So let's go ahead and talk about the most important thing that's kind of fueling this excitement in crypto right now, which is this new liquidity entering the market, and that is the treasuries. XRP treasury companies are coming with these firms already adding to their balance sheets. So before we even jump into XRP specific, a few of you might ask, what are treasury companies? And Charles Schwab actually has a really good post about this from a few months ago, and they say, understanding Bitcoin treasury companies. Many companies are adding Bitcoin and other cryptos to their treasury holdings, changing their fundamentals and giving investors new ways to gain crypto exposure. Bitcoin, of course, kind of led the way with these treasury companies like Strategy, BTBT or Bit Digital, Block or XYZ, GameStop, of course, and Tesla, moreover, added Bitcoin to their balance sheet over the last few months and even few years when it comes to Tesla and other companies. Because you got to think about it. They have a lot of cash on hand and they're trying to figure out how to diversify their portfolio for something that's not too risky and has a lot of upside. So instead of holding pure gold, what they'll look at, especially as big tech enters in, they look at technology-based investments. And with that being said, that's why these treasury companies are so interesting. So now we've seen inflows and what's happened with the Ethereum, like SBET and all the other Ethereum-based treasury companies that have now accumulated ETH and are continuously doing so by doing their offerings and things of that nature. But now we're expecting XRP to start joining the corporate treasuries and, of course, big tech treasuries. More companies are beginning to add XRP to their corporate treasury balance sheet, signaling a shift in how public firms view the cryptocurrency. And now, especially after yesterday's news, with the SEC dismissing the case completely, this shifts the tides. These companies are beginning to recognize its value not only as a utility token, but also as a treasury asset. These developments come as XRP gains traction for its utility in real-time payments and blockchain-based financial infrastructure. A recent update from the crypto market and analyst Bill Morgan, based on US SEC filings and corporate disclosures, reveals that at least two companies have already either added or announced the intention to add XRP to their balance sheets. These companies, Floral Growth Corporation and Hyperscale Data Incorporate, are showing strong interest in XRP, signaling growing institutional confidence in the digital asset. With timeline, everything expedited as of yesterday's announcement with the SEC case being dismissed. We have, again, as I've mentioned, clear runway for a spot XRP ETF, no longer a securities issue. The upside for XRP is much higher than Bitcoin and Ethereum when you just look at it per valuation and market capture standpoint. XRP is not looking to just become a layer one solution. It's looking to take over and be integrated into the central banking system, creating a decentralized banking system as well as a payment settlement processor. So with that being said, if you look at the multifaceted utility of Ripple Labs' XRP, that should give you confidence in saying, well, if it's at $3.29, whatever it's at the moment of the recording, versus where it could be at if it does capture all the market share that it's expected to, especially with crypto right now becoming the forefront of financial investments across the entire globe, especially here in the United States, we can expect some significant upside for Ripple or XRP. Now, the company emphasized XRP and the XRP ledger XRPL potential to support real-time payment networks, cross-border settlement systems, and decentralized financial applications. According to ACG's announcement, the acquisition is part of the broader effort to integrate modern digital asset solutions into the next-gen financial services model. The announcement also specifically highlighted XRP's enterprise-grade design, low cost, and secure transactions as key reasons for the planned acquisition. Morgan further states that ACG sees XRP as a tool for enhancing liquidity and blockchain-based financial products. Institutional momentum grows amid regulatory clarity. And that's the biggest part, guys. For those of you watching, there's thousands of cryptocurrencies out there in the market. We have significant exposure to many of different aspects of crypto. Small cap, mid cap, mega cap, infrastructure plays, real world assets, you name it. I stomach the upside, I stomach the downside, but you have to prepare to de-risk when sentiment reaches what we expect as a new high. With that being said right now, yes, Ethereum is preparing to break its all-time high. XRP is going to break its all-time high. These are all inevitable as long as no black swans, as I mentioned in previous videos, unexpected negative news hits the markets. Fear and greed index is starting to move up, pushing away from where it was at 50, where it was at neutral, entering into the fear zone, and now pushing towards greed. Remember, we want to look for extreme greed, anywhere between 92 to 100 when we assess greed, fear and greed index and analysis in the market. But in addition, there are signs from previous cycles that we have seen collectively that signal a potential local top. We are not even close to that at the moment, and I think we won't really get there for the next few months as liquidity inflows come in. But every time anything gets overextended, that is a time to de-risk. I'll keep you all as updated as I possibly can each and every day, especially with the market momentum right now. You need frequent updates to watch for, and then you can make decisions based off of course, your own research and not any financial advice you're getting from anybody. Is it on YouTube? If you're doing your own due diligence via the web, make sure you always create an investment thesis. And with that being said, you can set price targets to start selling or take profits, or you can base it off of different sentiment indicators. And that's what I personally will be using this cycle. So right now, it's still extremely early. When XRP hits over $5, say, and new retail money continues, XRP ETF inflows start as the spot XRP ETF goes live, which we're expecting very, very soon, hopefully before the end of even the month or maybe going into September. All of these things together, coupled with strong volume, pushes us hopefully to a brand new all-time high and a shift in overall investor confidence that pushes us to, again, price discovery. I appreciate you guys' support. Congratulations to all holders. Bright future ahead. Everything is looking great. We have tailwinds now pushing us forward. So until next time, I'll continue to keep you updated. And make sure, as always, smash the like button on your way out. Consider subscribing. And until next time, as always, everybody, keep investing. Peace.